You know that feeling, right? You learn this amazing new word, you feel super smart, and then, poof, it's gone by dinner time. It's so frustrating. Well, you are not alone, and today we are gonna fix that. We're diving into 6 simple but really powerful memory hacks that will make new words stick for good.
Okay, let's kick things off with a fact that is, well, a little bit terrifying. Research shows that if we don't actively do something to remember new information, we forget about half of it within a single hour. Yeah, 50%. Just gone.
But wait, here's the good news. This is not your fault. It isn't some personal failure. It's just how our brains are wired. So the real question is, how do we work with our brain's natural wiring instead of constantly fighting against it? And that is exactly what we are going to solve together, right now.
You see, there's this thing called the forgetting curve. Think of your brain as being designed to be a little bit leaky. It automatically gets rid of information it thinks is non-essential. But, and this is the key, we have a whole toolkit we can use to send a signal to our brain to say, hey, this stuff is important. We can flatten that curve and lock that knowledge in for the long haul.
So how do we actually do it? Simple. Here's our game plan, broken down into 3 parts. First, we're gonna hack your brain's logic. Then, we'll get your body and your senses involved. And finally, we'll master the golden rule. Use it or lose it. All right, let's dive in.
All right, section 1. Here, we're going to look at some techniques that play right into your brain's natural sweet spots. Its love for stories, for humor, and for anything personal. These aren't cheap tricks, they're just really smart strategies. Our first tool is something called mnemonic hooks. And here's the deal. Our brains are just awful at remembering boring, random bits of data. But you know what they're amazing at? Remembering weird, funny, vivid stories. So the secret is to link the sound of a new word to a crazy image you'll never forget. Okay, let's make this super practical. Take the word garrulous. It just means someone who talks a lot. Now, what does garrulous kind of sound like? I don't know, maybe Gary? Loose? Now picture this, a guy named Gary, and his tongue is literally loose, just flapping all over the place, while he just will not stop talking. See? That bizarre, unforgettable image is now hooked directly to that word in your brain.
Okay, our next brain hack is a powerhouse. It's based on a proven psychological idea called the self-reference effect. And it's actually super simple. The most memorable story in the entire world is your own life. So let's tap into that.
And this right here shows the huge difference between a boring fact and a real memory. On one side, you have anxious means nervous. Okay, fine, that's just data, it's forgettable. But then look at the other side. I felt anxious when I lost my passport in Tokyo. Boom, now you've connected that word to a real feeling, a place, a story. That personal link, that's memory gold.
All right, moving on to section 2. Now we're gonna take learning off the page and get it into the real world. It's time to bring your body and your senses into the game.
This first technique is called dual coding. Fun fact, our brains can process images way faster than text. So by just sketching a super simple drawing next to a new word, you're literally creating a second visual highway to that memory. And listen, you do not have to be an artist for this to work, at all.
And this is the perfect example. I mean, look at that sketch. It's kind of terrible, right? And that's what makes it perfect. The simple act of turning the word bridge into a physical shape, no matter how sloppy, forces your brain to engage with its meaning on a much deeper level. Okay, next up, let's get your muscle memory involved. There's this cool thing called total physical response, or TPR. The idea is, when you connect a word to an actual physical movement, you bring a whole new part of your brain into the mix, the motor cortex. And that just makes the memory way stronger, way more solid.
Seriously, try this with me right now. If you're learning the word squeeze, actually squeeze your fist. Feel that? Or for gigantic, stretch your arms out as wide as you can. You see? You're not just learning a word, you're feeling it. You're experiencing it. And that feeling is what makes it stick.
Okay, on to our final section, and honestly, this might be the most important one of all. It's all about activation, because a new word doesn't really belong to you until you've actually put it to work.
24. This number is your new golden rule. You absolutely have to use a new word in a real spoken sentence within 24 hours. That's the signal. That's what tells your brain, hey, pay attention, this one's a keeper. Don't you dare throw it out.
But what if you don't have anyone to practice with? No problem at all. Let me introduce you to the shower conversation. Yep, just talk to yourself. Narrate what you're doing. It might feel a little weird at first, but it is a totally zero pressure, super effective way to hit that 24-hour deadline. And when you are practicing, please remember this one thing. Don't memorize orphans. A word all by itself is just lonely. It's easy for your brain to lose track of it. Our brains don't want isolated facts. They crave context. They want stories.
I mean, just look at the difference. Learning the word decision, it's just an abstract idea. But learning the phrase make a decision, that's an action. Bitter is just a concept, but bitter coffee or bitter disappointment, now you've got a little story. You've given your brain something to hold on to.
You got to learn words in their natural habitat.
So, the big question is, how do we wrap all of this up into one simple daily habit? Look, this isn't about spending hours studying. It's about a quick, powerful little ritual you can do every single time you learn a new word you actually want to keep.
And here it is, your new 30-second word ritual. It's 4 simple steps. Step 1, say it. Pronounce the word out loud a few times. Step 2, move it. Create a simple gesture for it. Step 3, personalize it. Hook it to a real memory. And step 4, visualize it. Close your eyes and see that weird, funny image we talked about. Say it, move it, personalize it, visualize it. That's it. That's how you make it yours.
So there you go, a complete toolkit to turn that leaky brain of yours into an absolute word magnet. Now the only question is, what's the first new word you're going to master with your new 30-second ritual?